Hello students, in the last video we completed the A exercise of section formula. This was the formula for revision. X is m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2, okay, and y is m1 y2 plus m2 y1 m1 plus m2. And then I repeatedly told you that when it is given that divided by x-axis, you take the point as x comma 0, and when it is divided by y-axis, you take the point as 0 comma y. I will advise you to first revise the first exercise again. I'm going to give you homework also. Do that first and then watch this second exercise video. Okay. Now the second exercise is about the midpoint formula. Okay, so this midpoint formula is comparatively easier. Okay, midpoint, you know what is midpoint. So basically again there are 2 points. If there are points A and point B, let's say these are the 2 points. This point is 4, 6 and here the point is 8, 10. I'm taking randomly 2 points, and if I want to find the point P, okay, if I want to find the point P which divides the line into 2 equal parts, here in this case point P divides the line in equal parts. You understand, equal parts? That means this point P is the midpoint of AB. Okay, basically you have to find the midpoint of AB. Okay, so if this P is the midpoint, how to find the value of P? X comma y. The formula is to find X. Formula is very easy. First of all, let's write this, name them as x1 y1. This is x2 y2. In midpoint, there is no need of ratio. Okay, why? Because the ratio, these both parts are equal. This is a midpoint, so this part and this part is same. If they are same, means ratio is 1:1. Okay, 1:1 means basically we don't need it. Okay, how and why we don't need it, I'll explain you in short. It is not in your syllabus, but just for your explanation, I'll tell you. But before that, we'll write the formula first. That is very important. So to find the value of x, the formula is x1 plus x2, x1 plus x2 upon 2. That's it. Small formula for x. It's very simple formula. Add x1 plus x2 upon 2. We got x. How to find y then? y1 plus y2 upon 2. Okay. In a previous video, I did a sum where I need to find y, but I mistakenly wrote the formula of x. Sum was solved correctly, just in the place of y I wrote x. So just rectify that. Now, so I gave you the formula, midpoint formula. We are doing midpoint formula. What is the formula? To find x, we add x1 plus x2 upon 2. To find y, we have y1 plus y2 upon 2. Very easy formula. Okay. And sums are also comparatively similar and easy. So how did I get this formula? Quick explanation I'll give you. See, the section formula was m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2. This was the section formula. But in this case, you see, P is the midpoint. If P is a midpoint, the ratio is same. Means ratio will be 1:1. Ratio is 1:1. Because P is a midpoint, these both parts are equal. So if it is 1:1, means your m1 is 1 and your m2 is also 1. Correct? m1 and m2 both are 1. So in this case, if I put here 1 in the place of m1, this will go away, only x2 will remain, because x2 into 1 is x2 only. Then this m2 will also go. x1 into 1 is x1 only. And m1 plus m2 will be 1 plus 1. That is nothing but 2. So what answer you will get? x2 plus x1 upon 2. This is nothing but the formula of x. So from section formula only we derive the formula of midpoint. Okay. Although this derivation is not important for you, you have to remember the formula and accordingly we'll solve. Okay, all the other rules, other points which we studied in the first exercise will be applicable here also. Only these two formulas are new here. Okay, I hope you have understood the formula. Very easy one. x1 plus x2 upon 2, y1 plus y2 upon 2 to find x and y. X and y are the point, the midpoint. Okay, let's start. So in question number 1, so in question number 1, they have told us find the midpoint of the line segment. This is I am doing from Concise, I repeat, and I have sent all the pictures in the group. So all of you must look at those pictures, and even I will repeat the sum here for those who don't have the textbook. Find the midpoint of the line segment joining the points minus 6, 7 and 3, 5. These are the 2 points, and they told me to find the midpoint of this line. To find the midpoint of this line, let's name the midpoint as P. So this will become x1 y1, this is x2 y2, and this is x y. We have to find the midpoint, so we have to find x. How to find x? x1 plus x2 upon 2. So that is x1 plus x2 is minus 6 plus 3. Can you see x1 is minus 6 and x2 is 3. So minus 6 plus 3 and y. What is the value? See the value of y1 and y2. y1 is 7, y2 is 5. To find y, I have y1 plus y2 upon 2. Okay, I'm solving this also. See, formula for y is y1 plus y2 upon 2. y1 is 7, y2 is 5 upon 2. So 12 upon 2, 6. And here I will have 3 minus 6 will be minus 3 upon 2. If I do it in mixed fraction, it is 1 upon 2. So I got the value of x as well as y. In the final answer you have to write, therefore point P is minus 1 upon 2, 6. Understood? Very easy. Now few variations will come, but this is the basic understanding of the exercise. I hope you have done it. Copy the question with the answer. The second part of question number 1 I want you to do for homework. I'll do question number 2. Okay, I'm reading the question. Points A and B have coordinates 3, 5 and x, y respectively. Points A and B, point A and point B, have coordinates 3, 5 and x, y respectively. It means A they have given us 3, 5 and B is x, y. Now they are saying if the midpoint of AB is 2, 3, this midpoint of AB, let's name it as P, is given. The answer is already given. It is 2, 3. See, midpoint is already given 2, 3. Okay. Find the value of x and y. Even if the midpoint is given, nothing changes. We'll label it as we always do. This is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. And this is x, y. Correct? Don't change your method. Same thing. Even if these two values are not known, not an issue. We'll write the formulas. X is x1 plus x2 upon 2 and y is y1 plus y2 upon 2. Correct? Let's substitute the values. So x is x1 plus x2. What is x1? 3. What is x2? X. So write x here upon 2. Acha, this x, this which is already given 2. So I will write this here, value 2. I repeat, this was the most important step. Here the value of x, this x, is the midpoint, correct? So this value x was already given as 2. So I wrote in the place of x, I wrote 2. And here for y, see, y is already given as 3. Okay, y is 3. This x here and this y here are of the midpoint, are the coordinates of this midpoint. So y is given as 3, so I'll put here 3 is equals to y1 is 5 plus y2 is not known, that is small y. You see how variables are changing, okay, upon 2 as always. Now this 2 into 2 will be 4 is equals to 3 plus x. So 3 will go here, 4 minus 3 is x. X is equals to 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. 2 3s are 6 is equals to 5 plus y. So 6 will go here. So y is equals to 1. In this way we found the value of x and y, which are the coordinates of B. Understood? So in every sum you have to first write the formula and then accordingly substitute the values. Okay, this is very simple and scoring part. B part is very easy compared to A part. Okay, in the A part we had ratios also, so separately we had to find sometimes the ratio and then we have to find the coordinates. Here there is no need to find the ratio, we can directly find the coordinates. Okay, pause the video and copy it down. In the third question, we have a triangle ABC where A is given as 5, 3, B is given as -1, 1, and C is given as 7, -3. All three coordinates are given. They have said that if L is the midpoint of AB, L is the midpoint of AB, so L is here, and M is the midpoint of AC, this is AC, so M is the midpoint of AC, M is here. Okay. Show that this is a show that LM is half of BC. Okay. Now we have to show that LM is half of BC. That means basically we need the length of LM and we need the length of BC. Only then we can show that their LM is half of BC. Okay. So how can I do this now? First, I will repeat, L is the midpoint of AB, means these both are equal, and M is the midpoint of AC, so means these two sides are equal. Okay. Now we have to show that we see here you may think of a theorem in 9th standard that LM is half of BC by midpoint theorem. Okay, but we cannot directly use it, we have to prove it. So LM is half of BC. How will I do it? First I need the distance of LM and I need the distance of BC. Okay, BC distance I can find. See, BC, the coordinates are this. First of all, what is the distance formula? I'll write here for those you have forgotten. x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. This is the distance formula. Okay, BC I know the coordinates, but LM coordinates are not known to me. So first I'll find the coordinates of L and M. Okay, so let's start the question. Here I'll take L as x, y. Okay, this will be x1, y1. Here I have x2, y2. Okay, and I'll find L first. So for coordinates of L, x is equals to x1 plus x2 upon 2 and y is equals to y1 plus y2 upon 2. Let's see. So what is x1 here? x1 is 5, x2 is -1. So 5 minus 1 upon 2. So x is 4 upon 2, that is 2. I found x. Now y is equals to y1 plus y2 upon 2. Let's see what is y1 is 3 and y2 is 1. So Basically I got x as 2 and y also 2. So that means coordinates of L are 2 comma 2. X is 2 and y is also 2. Correct? Now let's find the coordinates of M. Coordinates of M. Before that, see, M is this. So I label M as x comma y because that is the midpoint. Always midpoints are given the name as x comma y. This A will keep it as x1 y1, and this C I'll write it as x2 y2. Okay, it doesn't matter if this is also x2 y2, this is also x2 y2, because we are looking at this line. If we are looking at this line, we have to forget this. Okay, we can give any name here. So I'm solving this now, where this is x1 y1, x2 y2, x1 y1, x2 y2, and M is the midpoint. So let's find. So for x, the formula is, see, writing formula is very important. Why very important? Because it reduces the chances of you making mistake in substituting the values. Okay, so again and again make a habit of writing the formulas. So x is x1 is 5, x2 is 7, so 5 plus 7 upon 2, and in case of y I have 3 plus minus 3 upon 2, so 3 and minus 3. y1 and y2 are 3 minus 3 upon 2. So x is equals to 12 upon 2, that is 6. Y is equals to 0 upon 2, that is 0. So the coordinates of M are 6 comma 0. So in this way I find the coordinates of L and M. I'll check the answer also. So they haven't given the answer for this because it's a show that question. So till now we found the value of L and M. Now I told you that we have to show that LM is half of BC. So I need the length of LM and I need the length of BC. LM coordinates I know, 2 comma 2 and 6 comma 0. Let's just copy it down. I have to find the length of both LM and BC. So length of LM, I'll copy the coordinates once again, 2 comma 2 and 6 comma 0. These are the coordinates. And for length of BC, this is the length of BC, coordinates minus 1 comma 1 and 7 comma minus 3. Okay, so let's find the length, that means the distance. Again I labeled x1 y1, x2 y2. So in distance formula, x2 minus x1, the formula is x2 minus x1 the whole square. So x2 minus x1, 6 minus 2 the whole square, plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So y2 is 0 minus 2 the whole square. 6 minus 2 is 4 square, plus 0 minus 2 is minus 2 square. So 16 plus minus 2 square is 4. So I get the answer is root 20. So this root 20, if I simplify it, can be written as 2 into 2 into 5. So this 2 will come out. So I'll get the answer is 2 root 5. I hope you have understood. We have found the distance. Okay. Now here again, let's find the distance of BC. Okay, this is the distance of BC. So x2 minus x1, again x2 minus x1, that is 7 minus minus 1 the whole square, plus y2 minus y1, that is minus 3 minus 1 the whole square. 7 minus minus 1 is 7 plus 1 the whole square, minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4 the whole square. 7 plus 1 is 8 square, plus minus 4 square is 16. So 64 plus 16 is root 80. Okay, let's simplify this also. Root 80 is nothing but if I simplify it, I get it like this. So here I have pair of 2 and here again a pair of 2. So 1 2 will come out and here another 2 will come out. So it will be 2 into 2 into root 5. That is 4 root 5. Okay, so I got the distance of BC as 4 root 5 and I got the distance of LM as 2 root 5. Now we have to prove that LM is half of BC. So let's prove LM is half of BC. LM is given as 2 root 5. Half of BC is given as 4 root 5. So 2 1s are 2 2s are 2 root 5 is equals to 2 root 5. Hence proof. Okay. It was a lengthy one but not a difficult sum. See, I'll again repeat the sum. First we had given all three vertices and L and M. We were told that L is the midpoint and M is also the midpoint. So first we found L, how? x1, y1, x2, y2 and this were xy. I found L by midpoint formula. Then we find M by midpoint formula. Then I have the coordinates of LM. Using the coordinates of LM, I found the distance of LM. Okay, and using the coordinates of B and C, I found the distance of BC. And then I substituted in the formula, LM is half of BC. Okay. The fourth question is very easy. I'll just write the first step for you. Simple calculation. It is given that M is the midpoint. M is the midpoint of AB. This is the condition. Okay, so M is the midpoint of AB means I will draw a line. See, this drawing a line is not compulsory, but it is for your reference to understand which are the 2 points on the extremes, and the midpoint is M. M is given in the question as 1,7. I'm talking about the first sub question. M is given as 1,7 and B is given as -5, 10. And they have asked us to find out A. So we can do it easily. We'll keep A as x, y. Okay, but M is the midpoint. So I'll write the naming x1, y1, x2, y2 and x, y. Okay, write the formula here. Substitute the values. Okay, and you can find the value of x, y. See, here in the place of x, you will write 1. Here in the place of y, you will write 7. In the place of x1, you will write x. In the place of x2, you will write -5. In the place of y1, y. In the place of y2, 10. In this way, you will get the answer for A. Okay. So pause the video and solve this question now itself and check your answer behind. Okay. And after that, solve the second one also. If you do it now, it would be better for you to understand. Okay, do it now and then continue watching the video. Okay, because now the difficulty level of sums will increase, so it is better you are well versed with this topic and how to apply this formula. Okay, pause the video and copy it down. In the fifth question, we have a graph. See, this type of questions which have graph in them are very important. They definitely come in exam. From the A and B exercise both. Now this is the graph given where this line is x-axis, this line is y-axis, correct? And in the question we have given that P is the midpoint of AB, line segment AB. Okay, so if P is a midpoint, I'll draw it like this. P is a midpoint. Okay, so let's name it x comma y. Now, like we did in the previous exercise, this point B is on the x-axis. If a point is on x-axis, we take the point as x comma 0. Any point on the x-axis, is x comma 0. And any point on the y-axis, this is the y-axis, any point on the y-axis is 0 comma y. This was the most important step. Okay, now we have to just apply the formulas. Okay, so we have to basically find in this question what is to be found. Find the coordinates of A and B. Okay, so we have to find the coordinates of A and B. Okay, we don't have to think much, we just have to label them x1 y1. A is always x1 y1, B is x2 y2, and P is x comma y. Let's write the formulas. X1 plus x2 upon 2 and y is y1 plus y2 upon 2. Okay, simply put the values. X, so this x is this. Do we know the value of x? Yes, we know the midpoint. Minus 3 is equals to, this is x1, x1 is 0 plus x2, here is x2, x2 is x, so let's put x there, upon 2. In case of y we know y, the value of y is 2. Okay, so you have to understand, don't get confused, this y is different and this y is different. This is the y which we use in the formula. Okay, and this is just an unknown variable. Here it could be a also, b, any alphabet, but this y is important, this x and y, because these are the midpoints. So here y is 2, so in place of y I'll write 2 is equals to y1 plus y2. So y1 is alphabet y and y2 is 0, so y plus 0 upon 2. 2 into minus 3 is minus 6. 0 plus x is x, so directly got x as minus 6, and here I'll multiply. 2 into 2 is 4 is equals to y plus 0 is y, so I got the value of y as 4. Okay, we have the answers now, but writing the final answer is very important. What was asked in the question? To find the coordinates A and B. We have the value of x and y, but understand, A is what? 0 comma y. So final answer, coordinate A is 0 comma y. 0 comma y I got as 4, and B is x comma 0, so x is minus 6, so minus 6 comma 0. This is my answer. Don't stop here. Okay, because this x and y are separate values. One is the value of A and one is the value of B. I hope you have understood the sum. Very important sum. Copy it down. Question number 6 is exactly same. Okay, so this type of a diagram you have. I want you to solve it on your own. Point B, A and P, where P is given as 4 comma 2 and said that P is the midpoint of AB. So A, I told you, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. So if A is x, this point will be x comma 0, and B is on y-axis, so this point B will be 0 comma y, and this is x comma y. Take this as x1 y1, x2 y2. Use the same method which we did in this sum. Same method, find x, find y, and write the final answer. Okay, I hope you will be able to do this sum. If any doubts, you can message me. Question number 7. This exercise has 18 questions. Okay, I'll try to complete half today. So in question number 7, 3 vertices of a triangle are given. Vertices are -5, 2, 3, -6 and 7, 4. These are the 3 vertices. Names are not given, so we can name it according to our wish, A, B and C. And they have told, find the length of its median through vertex 3, -6. Find the length, I'll write the question here. Find the length of median through vertex 3, -6. Through vertex 3, -6 means this median will start from 3, -6. Wherever I drawn 3, -6, this is my 3, -6 is here. Okay, so from here we have to draw median. Okay, what is median? Median is a line which divides the opposite side into 2 equal parts. That means we have to draw a line from here. This is the median. Okay, and median has a property that this point which is on the line AC, okay, median divides this side into 2 equal parts. That means this point, let's name it as M, is the midpoint of AC. This median always divides the line into 2 equal parts. So I'll say that M is the midpoint of AC. I hope you have understood. Now, once I know that M is the midpoint of AC, I can find the value of M. Okay, how can I find the value of M? I'll name them as x1, y1, x2, y2, AC, and I'll name M as xy because M is the midpoint. See, these are the 2 points. Forget the B part now. Just B point. Only look here. M is the midpoint of AC. So I'll name A as x1, y1, x2, y2 and M as x, y. So let's find the coordinates of M. So x is x1 plus x2 upon 2. What is x? We don't know. X1 and x2. So -5 plus 7. 7 minus 5 is 2 upon 2, that is 1. I got the value of x. Y is y1 plus y2 upon 2. So y is not known. Y1 and y2 are 2 and 4. So 2 plus 4 upon 2. So 2 plus 4 is 6 upon 2. That is 3. Okay. Now I have the value of x and y. That means the coordinate M is 1, 3. Am I right? I found the value of M. Once I have the value of M with me, now in the question what was asked, find the length of the median. Length of the median means BM is the median. So I have to find the length of BM. Okay. I can find the length by distance formula. I know the point B also and I know the point M also now. So length of BM, I'll write the coordinates. B is 3, -6 and M is 1, 3. 1, 3 we just now found. Okay, let's find the distance using this formula. So BM is equals to root x2 minus x1, so 1 minus 3 plus y2 minus y1, so 3 minus. So minus 2 square plus 3 plus 6 is 9. By plus, minus becomes plus. So 4 plus 81 we are getting the answer in point. So this is root 85. Now see, this is your final answer, okay? But in 10th standard, you get a logbook in exam, okay? A book in which you have trigonometric values, few trigonometric values, and you have square roots of numbers from 1 to 100. Okay, they will give you an exam, that book. So using that book, you can easily find the value of root 85. You can easily look upon the value of root 85 there, and once you look it, you will get the answer as 9.22. Okay, so we cannot leave the answer here because they are going to provide you a logbook where you will have square roots of 1 to 100. So this is square root of 85. You can easily find the value 9.22 from there. Okay, so I hope the sum is clear to you. We'll stop here today. I hope you have understood the midpoint formula. We'll try to complete the exercise in the next video. Thank you.